Good nice. Why do my words always seem to be doing that? I wanted to read this to you guys. Don't look at my hair. I did put some oil in things in because it's curly and it's a lot broken and it's falling out and my baby hairs are coming out, new hairs, as you can see. So yeah, but that's not the point. My point is, if you do have language translation on your phone or the app that translates languages, just do that. So I wanted to show you guys that this was my message for the day right now when I opened this little book, and it's like a little prayer. And it says the following. I don't know where to put it. I could just put it here. Like that. It says that it's in Afrikaans. That's why I said try just get the app, it translates it. My daaglikse gebed. God, wees my rusplek en beskerming in tye van sorg. Verslaanheid en verwerping. Laat ek nie verval in selfverjammering, verdriet, maar liewer glo dat môre my iets beters bied. Laat ek kom wat wil. Onverstrokke wees. Laat daar sekerheid kom in my gees, dat ek net my Skepper van Vader hoef te vra om my in sy genade en liefde te dra. Lê 'n geloofsfondament. Geloof is 'n beter fondament as kunstigheid of krag om op te bou, en die donkerste nederlaag word 'n triomf as ons op God se wil en wysheid vertrou. So I started reading this little book because I wasn't very good in Afrikaans and I wanted to improve that. So I started reading this book, and somehow this book and this writer spoke to me. But as I said, I found out in this book that this writer recently, or I don't know when because it doesn't say, passed away. And that's actually very sad because I really liked the things that she wrote in this book. And then this was my message for this morning. Moenie treurig word op triestige dae nie. Dis 'n triestige, somber môre en soms die somtyds gaan, begin ek 'n bietjie terneergedruk word. Self mismoedig. Langsaam aan. En laat niemand nou kom met as daar lewe is daar hoop nie. En dat ons maar net moet aanhou glimlag wat ook al verkeerd mag loop nie. Want 'n permanente glimlag vertoon, maar taamlik gek. Dis niks meer as 'n leë geringik as die beproewing moet bedek. Want daar kom seker dae dat die siel soet treurig is, as hy dink aan tye wat verby is. Goeie en die slegtes. Ons is nie werklik ontevrede en nooit is ons eintlik onbewus dat die liewe Heer altyd vir ons sorg, hy wat daarbo in die hemel is. Maar die siel van die mens is ontevrede. Well, where was I? Nou, die siel van die mens was ontevrede en bly altyd op die uitkyk vir 'n oord wat seker en veilig is en nooit sy greep sal ontwyk. En terwyl ek hier sit en skrywe, is daar 'n gedagte wat by my opkom. Waarom so bekommerd wees oor wat verby is of nog moet kom? Volg God na sonder vra. Vra slegs uit liefde vir hom, want as jy op sy oordeel vertrou, het jy al die insig wat jy kan bekom. So yeah, this was my message this morning for the day. And then when I opened the other one, randomly, like I always do, it said that little prayer, which was so beautiful to me. I cannot describe it, because it was like, you cannot see love, but you can feel it. You can feel it. You cannot see it, but you can feel it. And I am leaving my hair loose because I've been struggling with migraines a lot recently, and yeah, I don't know what to do with it anymore, because I am trying my best to do everything I can and try to do it naturally and to not like put more strain on my body, like to go and to take pain tablets and all of those when my body is still trying to heal from the addiction. But yeah, the only thing I'm doing is trying my best to recover, to heal my body, my mind, the trauma I've been through, the places I've seen, the places I've been, and the reality I now know. But yeah, all you can do is stay strong and ignore whatever is going on and focus on your physical health, mental health. Try to recover, and whatever things you still need to fight in the future, you will do all of that once you are physically healed. But I just wanted to share these with you guys, because sometimes I think God is too powerful to speak to you directly, because He says that in the Bible that if He speaks to you directly, He is so holy that you will pass away. So this is the way I think that He actually speaks to you, is if you open up any type of book, Bible, Christian book, anything that actually boosts your spirit, and you close your eyes and you like just open up, point your finger, and that is your message for the day, and that was mine. And that's the way that he speaks to you. What he actually wanted to tell me is that I mustn't be treurig, is like you mustn't become lazy. Like you mustn't. What he's actually trying to, what I think he's actually trying to tell me is the fact that I should get out of my routine I'm currently in and go out and do things that is outside of my comfort zone. Because if you get too used to what your routine and what you're doing, that's when you get out of touch with reality. So he's actually warning you not to get too comfortable and too lazy, because comfort will equal laziness, and laziness will just keep you indoors. It will keep you indoors, and you will be a slave of your your own house and yourself, because you won't be needing or wanting to mingle with people. And if you do, you don't quite actually know how to have a conversation like I do, because it's difficult for me. I don't always know what's appropriate to say or do or act. I do know what's right and wrong, but I don't always like to be around people, because people are very judgmental, and yeah, they in front of you, they show teeth and they are all nice and fuzzy, but the moment you turn your back, that's when they bite. So yeah, I just rather stay in the house, indoors, keep my comments for myself, and if someone asks me, what do you think, then I'll answer. Like sometimes I do answer in the videos I watch, and I do write comments in the videos I watch, but that's a different perspective. There you can say these things because it's not your voice saying it, it's your fingers typing it. And it can't stir up a fight or a physical fight. So yeah, it's easier to comment on a channel than to comment to people in real life, because sometimes they get offensive, they get aggressive, and they will attack you physically. So just to keep my own peace, and during my recovery I stay away from interacting with people, because all of my energy has to go into my recovery and me keeping myself clean and all of the daily needs that a person has to do, like brush teeth and all of those things. And because I do have a lot of back problems and things, I do tend to stress in the morning, because I wonder that how the hell am I going to get all of my hygiene things done, um, and it sometimes takes me a whole day just to get my physical hygiene things done. And I mean done in a way that I like it and feel comfortable, not in a rush and anything like that. Because if you don't do it in a specific way, it keeps on bothering you the whole day, and your day just don't feel like it doesn't feel right. Because it feels like when I'm cleaning my face and I'm in a rush and I'm cleaning my face and I didn't clean my neck, then I think to myself, what's the point? You could have just not even clean your whole face for today, because your face and your neck, it doesn't help you clean your face and your neck is dirty. Or you are taking so good care of your face and your face looks young and puffy, but your neck is full of wrinkles. And so, yeah, but sometimes in life you can't choose. You have to be in a hurry, or you need to be places, and because you don't want to stay alone at home, you rush yourself to go with the person to do the things that they need to do during the day, and then you rush and yeah. Sometimes it's very overwhelming because some days I don't even have the energy to do my physical hygiene. So then I just skip the day from bathing and whatever, and I only brush my teeth and clean my face at night time once a day. So yeah, you guys can say what you want, but one day, if you ever tend to get into my positions, into my shoes, into the position I'm currently in, that's the only time you will physically and mentally understand what I'm going through. No words can tell you to get the inside of what I'm going through. It's like, how do you know the color red if you're blind? That's how it is with my recovery. Many people don't understand this, and they do tend to have a misconception about the whole thing and a misunderstanding. It's like they are standing on top of a 9 and they are seeing a 6, and I'm standing at the bottom of the 9. I'm seeing a 9, and they who are at the opposite side, they seeing a 6. Then it's like, listen here, can I just please take you on your arm and pull you to my level so that you can stand this side and see that this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a 9. And then I can understand that if I go to your level, I can see the 6. I can see it, but sometimes people, I I can understand them, but they cannot understand me, and that's frustrating. That's so frustrating. But yeah, I just wanted to say good night, you guys. I am going to go to sleep now. Not actually go to sleep. I'm just gonna lay here and further color in this beautiful picture in this book. Bye and good night.